Okay, first I'll say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, Kakadash, and double honor to Apostle and teacher, great wisdom from my learning the truth, and I say shalom to a hopeful elective Israel. I'm just going to center this around the importance of wisdom, and let's start here in Wisdom, Psalm 6 and 20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore. And the scripture is self-explanatory. Wisdom, knowledge, wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai, those commandments is what brings us to a kingdom. Not just any kingdom. What was that? Proverbs. I'm going to get a lot of scriptures in Proverbs going to this. But there's a scripture that mentioned how I think it links the acquiring of wisdom to riches. And I'm actually driving here. I got a lot of scriptures I want to get into, but I'm driving, so I'm not going to read directly. I'm not going to be able to read directly from scriptures. Hopefully I'll stop at the light. But there's a scripture that mentions riches, and then it says enduring riches. Like when you think of enduring, what you think of something that's going to be able to continue. And there's a scripture that says how the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. And you go Wisdom of Psalm 1:15, it says righteousness is immortal. And that's and that's what's needed to create an enduring and sustaining kingdom that's going to last forever. And you take a look at kingdoms of the past, Roman Empire 2.0, all these heathen empires, they had knowledge, right? They were wise in their own right, but the knowledge that they had wasn't true wisdom, because true wisdom is going to be able to is going to guide you to create a sustaining kingdom. And you can already just right off the top of your head, Esau, a prime example, like the roads, right? There's a ton of America has a ton of infrastructure problems, shit that Esau neglects, like roads, for example, and it all plays into the downfall of this kingdom. The way work is done. For example, if I'm remembering correctly, you're supposed to get paid at the end of the day. But Esau has you get paid at the end of the week, at the end of 2 weeks. So he can take, his money out. But that, not only fucks with the people's money, but that fucks with their desire to work. So I remember one person I was working with. She worked like we get paid every week, but she worked I think like 12 days straight, and that amounted to like $1,200 to $1,300 some change. And for taxes they took about $300 out of her shit, so she ended up only getting $900. Which at the time we could get that for working a regular 4-day work week for 2 weeks. That would amount to that much, instead of just working their ass off all day like that. But when you go into this AI shit, the food, the shit and the shit that they put in the food, it all contributes to the downfall of their own country. Once again, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. They may know how to gene splice and do all this funny shit. They may have scientists, all these degrees, but they're still fucking idiots, because they don't know how to create a kingdom that could not only last, but a kingdom in which their people are thriving with smiles on their faces. Because in the kingdom of heaven, we're not going to be dealing with this bullshit. That's why, because we're seeking to Yahweh Shema Shai, and through him we're going to get wisdom. When I was at the camp today, Detroit camp, not today, but a couple of days ago, Saturday, usual camp day, and one of the brothers mentioned that with the knowledge of the scriptures that we have now, the world, we could run the world, in a decent way, just with what we know from the scriptures now. And that's going into not eating, certain food, not eating certain animals. For example, pigs. Like what? They're an organic trash compactor. Their purpose is to clean the earth. Crabs, lobster, those type of fish with shells and all that. They're like, I don't know if you've ever seen a shrimp on the floor of the on the ocean floor or some shit. Looks like he's digging. That's literally them cleaning the water. All those type of shellfish, their purpose is to keep is to maintain the underwater ecosystem. But then you wonder why the water is so damn fucked up. Well, is because you idiots are taking those animals out of the water and eating them. Okay, just gonna jump through a couple verses in here. And another thing, the earth is actually a living, entity and being with its own vibration. The earth wasn't created to work in tandem with wickedness and with the evil, wicked vibration. Just wanted to throw that out there because everything, like what? Well, it was the earth was created and meant to work along with, with a righteous spirit and a righteous vibration. It was Proverbs 8 and 11. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired and not to be compared to it. Also, the scripture says wisdom is better than gold. And why? It's because you've seen a ton of stories about idiots winning the lottery or creating some new invention or coming into money and then blowing the money. That's kind of like a normal thing as well. When a nigga wins some money, he'll spend, he'll blow the money instead of what? Instead of using wisdom and growing it. And that's why wisdom is better than rubies. Because like what? Through wisdom, you can acquire more riches. Verse 14, counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. By me, kings reign and princes decree justice. By me, princes rule and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Like what? Seek the Lord while he may be found. Because like what? Wisdom dwells with the Lord. The Lord bestows wisdom upon, who he wants to. So you want wisdom, you got to go to him. And how do you go to him? Through the scriptures. Through obeying them, through praying. Through his men. Riches and honor are with me, yea, and this is the verse I was talking about. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I lead the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. Verse 35, for whoso findeth me findeth life and shall obtain favor of the Lord. And there's a scripture that talks about how I think it says something like how damn it, I forgot how it went, but it was linking wisdom to how the Lord loveth none but them that dwell with wisdom. I think it goes something like that. And the scripture said, here shall obtain favor from the Lord. And this is the this I don't want to say this simple book, but I want to use the word simple because this one, because it's essentially one book. But this one book is the key to everything. Not only things in this world, but things beyond the earth, things beyond what we can and can't imagine. Because once again, through this, if it's Lord's will, we obtain favor of the Lord. We'll be able to what's the correct word? To reside, within his courts. And through that, he'll give us everything. And I hear a lot, the brothers saying a lot how, it's a gift. And, I guess I'm starting to kind of, like truly understand the fact that, a lot of people truly don't understand, the importance and the gravity of, what's going on and the scriptures itself, like the truth of the scriptures, what's really in it, what it's really about. The majority of people, man, these people fucked all the way up. But they just look at the Bible as another book. They don't really know, what's in it or what it's really about. And then you can just use your imagination once again. Through this, we'll obtain everything. Just imagine you having your own fucking planet, your own galaxy, your own realm. And how do you get that? You get that through this, Right now, it may not necessarily look like that. Why? Because there's a scripture that mentions how we are angels, in chains of darkness. Like what darkness obscures your vision. Not only that, but the chains, they restrain you. So here in these human bodies, we're gods, we're angels, but we're restrained. Our vision is obscured, and we're physically restrained. We're being held back. So that's why it looks like it may look like that. I don't want to say ridiculous or anything, but it just looks far fucking off. Because like once again, there is something more than what you see. There's something beyond. Like I'm here looking at the night sky. There's something beyond the sky. Proverbs 24:3. Through wisdom is an house builded, and by understanding it is established. Just going back to that point that, that kingdom, sustainable kingdom is going to be built with wisdom running through its veins, and it's going to be established with wisdom, running through its veins. But that's pretty much it. I wanna go back to that. Was it 24? Maybe. Maria Wisdom Psalm 6:20 one more time. Therefore, desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom, but not just any kingdom. This is Hebrews, 13 and 14. Hebrews 13:14. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Once again, wisdom isn't just going to bring us to any type of kingdom. It's going to bring us to a kingdom that's an immortal kingdom, a kingdom filled with power. A kingdom where you're not going to have fucking you're not going to have to worry about roads and bridges falling apart and shit, fucking trash everywhere. And you heathens try to throw some trash on our roads, you can get your fucking head knocked off. But you're not gonna have to worry about 5G, power grid going down, lights going out, fucking chemtrails. Those are all things that are contributing to the destruction of America. The people having low morale. This pretty much being a cutthroat type of society because of how oppressive the leadership is, how things cost so high. You know how your leaders play mind games. It's just a it's a fucking it's a laundry list of shit, man. This is why America's a shit fucking country. Despite all this technological advances, all this freedom, America's still a piece of fucking shit. And that's a fact. But I'm not gonna rant or anything. Just want to run across the few scriptures. But hope this edifying. Say all praises glory and honor to Yahweh Shema Shabash Regakadosh. Daban to Apostle, the teacher, great minister, follow and truth. Shalom to the hopeful, elected, visible, and instruction, Babylon, the great America, and Esau.